Welcome to the CEO Mastery Show. Amanda Holmes here, your host, and today we're going to talk about increasing your referrals by anywhere between 62% to 800%. How many of you would like to have more referrals? I'm sure you would.
Here is your dose of the Ultimate Sales Machine coming to you from the new edition. Visit ultimatesalesmachine.com to get your copy or multiple copies. I am your host, Amanda Holmes, CEO of Chet Holmes International. What you're about to learn has assisted 250,000 businesses to generate billions of dollars, working faster, better, smarter.
Majority of companies we talk to today, I hear so often that this is how I generate leads is through referrals. But my question is, are you getting reactive referrals or proactive referrals? So, did you know that 91% of customers would give you a referral, according to the Carnegie Institute? However, only 11% of salespeople ever ask. Oh, dagger to the heart. That is leaving an 800% potential growth on the table just by not asking for a referral. But let me give you the structure for how you should ask for a referral. Now, we have companies come to us all day, every day, and they say, yes, of course, I have a referral system. And when we start to ask, okay, how do you get your referrals? Oh, well, they come in when people start referring us. Okay, do you ask for a referral? And very often they say, well, sometimes, or yeah, we have a system. How often do you use it? Well, when we think about it, we probably should use it more. It's actually an analytic you could probably track. How often do you actually ask for a referral? So this particular strategy that I'm about to show you, I have to give some props. Gene McNaughton is an avid listener of this podcast. He used to run our consulting division. He's generated billions of dollars for our clients. He gave me this great script that I'm going to share with you guys today. And I think I also picked up a couple tips from Scott Hallman. It's been so many years, but I want to give them some credit where credit's due. So when people come to us saying, okay, yes, I get referrals, but I don't ask yourself right now, do you get reactive referrals or do you get proactive referrals? So there are 3 steps to your referral system. Step number 1, you have to make your clients happy. If you don't make your clients happy, then you have to start at step number 1. Make your clients happy. And there's many reasons why you might not be making them happy. I'm not going to go into that today. Today is about referrals. So step number 1, make your clients happy. Step number 2 to the referral system. You want to make sure you ask at the right time. The timing is everything, and you want that time to be when they are at their peak experience. So what is the peak referral state in which your client is experiencing the most euphoria? So for a lawyer, maybe it's right after they've won a case. That would be the perfect time to ask for a referral. Maybe it's when you've just started to sell that client and they're in the euphoria of having bought, or maybe you're shipping a product and they get it as they arrive. When is that peak moment where your client is the most happy? That's when you ask. Now, the 3rd step to the referral system is, are you asking? If you don't ask, you're not going to get the referral. So how do you ask? I'm going to share with you a script right now. So this was a HVAC company that had a front desk person that maybe you have somebody at the front desk, and very often they're sitting there wondering what to do when nobody's asking them a question. This is a great exercise that one of your staff can do while they're sitting idle. So they would call up clients that had just experienced their service, and they would say, so AirPro would call and say, hey Al, we're just calling as a professional courtesy to make sure you've been serviced correctly. We have 4 simple questions to ask. Do you have 4 minutes? Client would say, yes. Were we on time? Client said, yes. Were they professional? Yes. Did they teach you how to use your new unit? Yes, they did. Did they professionally clean up before leaving? Yes. On a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you with AirPro? Client said, I would say a 9. Now they had a whole SOP, a whole script for if they said anything less than a 7, they'd then go into a whole nother process to make sure they made that client happy and got the feedback for why they weren't an 8, a 9, or a 10. But 90% of the time, they got an 8, 9, or 10, right? And what are we doing here? We're asking 4 simple questions that quantify and qualify for them why you are a great service for them, right? So we're reinforcing everything they should have been looking for, which actually should have been a part of your sales process as well, right? These are the things you should look for before hiring a product or service like mine. And then you reinforce it after you're done. Okay, were we professional? Were we on time, right? Did we clean? Did we leave the place better than when we were there? So these 4 simple yes questions then lead to the ultimate question, right? In the meantime, please call us for anything. We want your experience to be perfect, okay? Client would say, great, thank you. Now here is the question. Now I want you to write this down. Take a note. This is the question. Also, if you know of anyone who has any questions or issues with their system, feel free to give them this private number. I will personally make sure they are taken care of for you. Notice how I'm not saying, hey, I'm sure you know some people that I could work with and I could really use some help. Do you think you could give any victims to me so I can pray on them? Okay, obviously not. We're going to have victims praying, but that's what it feels like. It feels like someone's trying to take advantage, right? So if you actually flip that script so it's about them, so that you are the exclusive connector that's giving all of your friends the ability to have the wonderful experience that you've just had, right? So we're reinforcing this positive experience so that they'll want to go and become raving fans of you. And then client says something like, it's funny you should say that. I do have a friend that could really use your help. Cha-ching. We must make sure that the ask is it's phrased for them. Now, we had a client that was a doctor, and they had 2 different doctor's offices. So same owner, same doctor, 2 different locations. Now, one location had a 16% increase in their sales using this referral script. The second office had a 42% increase in sales using the same script. Tell me right now, what do you think is the reason between Office A having only 16% versus Office B having 42%? I'm sure you can come up with some ideas. Execution, practice, they actually asked, they actually used the script, right? So many different answers when I asked this in front of a group. There is a difference between Office A and Office B by 61%. I said I would help you increase your referrals by 61%. This is key. I gave you the script. I told you how to set it up. I gave you the script, but then this is critical. The difference between Office A and Office B is that Office B trained on that same script 4 times, over and over and over and over again. And you saw the script. That is not a complex script. How many times have you given your staff a SOP, a script, a process, and expect them to master it with just one practice? Practice makes perfect. Actually, my gymnastics coach growing up used to say, perfect practice makes perfect. I'm sure he stole that from somebody, but it was very obnoxious at the time, but I agreed with him. So, are you giving them that script and reinforcing it week after week after week, right? This is a month's worth of deployment, and yet could be the result of a 61% increase in sales, 42% increase in sales. Up to 800%, right? Because you're missing out on 91% of your clients that would give you a referral, and you're just not asking. And that is the secrets to increasing your referrals by 61 to 800%. Simple, easy, but mastery isn't about doing 4,000 different things. It's about doing 12 things 4,000 times. If you'd like help on how to double your sales, go to howtodoublesales.com and sign up for a no-obligation consultation where we will help you understand what money are you leaving on the table.